Welcome back to the Game Cave. I am Josh. I am Setsuna, and we obviously just worked our way through the dungeon just a little bit. I think we're missing a couple of things and a couple of the enemies, but we can always come back and get those items. But yeah, so we worked our way through. It occurs to me that I don't have a very optimized party here. I was just trying to get time and debuff kills on things, and I might have stepped into some shit here. So hopefully there's still a little bit of time left before the boss, but let's get into it. Hope you guys are having a great day. Oh, one of royal blood. I have a question for thee. What is your favorite color? What was that voice? Doesn't seem like anyone's about to attack us or nothing. A question, eh? Very well, ask your question, I shall answer. Ooh, the music picked up. Long ago in a distant land, a peasant requested counsel with the king and told him of his hardship. The king felt pity for the peasant and bestowed upon him a gift, his own ring. The peasant thanked the king and promptly sold the ring in order to ease his financial hardship. Were the king's actions just? This is a question I put to thee. The king's most powerful man in the country is the most powerful man in the king. He can't just ignore people and let him suffer. Yeah, but he didn't do anything. He just, like, eventually the systems in place that made the man have financial hardship are going to come around again, and he's going to need another influx of money. If he doesn't change any of the systems that are in place, then it doesn't change the situation. It just pushes it back. It kicks the can down the road. He was definitely just. I wonder, isn't it unfair for the king himself to be giving the peasant a gift? What? I'm sure everyone else would have liked him to help them out too. All right, that's enough chatting. Please, I want to collect your thoughts and think of and each think of your answer. Let your minds be as one. I hate this. Because the answer that I want to give, the one that I just gave, is not an option. What do I just say? Silent? He is unjust. Fuck him. He was unjust. There is no other answer. It is understandable that faced with an impoverished man, he would want to wish to reach out a helping hand. For a normal man, that would be a just decision, but not for a king. And what is the reason for thine answer? The first principle of any kingdom is that its people must not starve. Thus, the harvesting of crops forms the backbone of any country. If there are peasants suffering, that is clear evidence that the king's rule is not working effectively. Hey, that's the answer that I wanted to give, but it was not. That was not immediately obvious that was going to be the answer that I gave from the selection that I selected. If he considers immediate charity as acceptable redress for the greater follies of his rule, then he has no right to be king. Wow, is this fucking current day America? A just king should not give charity to a few. He should rule in a way that benefits the many. Instead of giving charity to a peasant, the king should gather his retainers and fulfill his duty to the people by implementing a new, more just rule. Thou hast answered well, and very, very lengthy. A virtuous man may help one person, but a virtuous king grants favors to all his people. No king must allow his people to live in hardship. Engrave these words upon thy very soul. Divine assault! And continue on. Oh, have we answered one of the questions 3? I guess so. Hang on. Let me just, there we go. Get these. Make sure that we got this party all good up and good. So, Viculum. There we go. And away we go. I need to have a big hammer. Unless we're just going to be working our way through the dungeon more and there's going to be some fights. And, ooh, new stuff. Hello, new stuff. Okay, next Oh, this one's a visual one. Lady Julianne, thank goodness you're safe. That's not a real person. Not the girl from back in Julianne's village? That's not a real girl. Oh, one of royal blood. Thou must not be deceived. I wasn't. I'm not even of royal blood. The woman before you is no woman, but a monster. What? She followed after thee and snuck inside these ruins. What? No, I'm no monster. I was worried about her highness, so I came to see if I could help. Oh, one of royal blood, thou must not be deceived. Ugh, what's with that voice? Stop lying, alright? It is the king's duty to guard these ruins. Well, it sounds like the king is slacking. This monster must be eliminated. No, it's not true. Please, you have to believe me. Damn it, what are we gonna do? There's no way of telling if she's a monster or a human. You really think a normal girl would have been able to follow us here, though? It doesn't add up. But if she's really human, one wrong decision by us could cost her her life. A king must bear the weight of many lives upon his shoulders. I am fully aware of what that entails. No doubt, Endir, who decided against the murder of the sacrifice, will also understand. Please, I want you to collect your thoughts and each of you together. Let our minds be as one. Why must she be eliminated? I see no such need. And what is the reason for thine answer? Whether my opponent is human or monster, I shall never raise my lance without irrefutable proof. One word from a king can bring prosperity to a kingdom, but also great ruin. If a king bids that they do so, will the people not endure even the harshest taxation? Will his soldiers not cast aside their own lives for him, even in the face of certain death? Such is the weight that rests on the decisions the king must make. Such decisions must not be made lightly, especially when faced with one who shows no animosity. Whether they may be a monster or a human, there is always room for discussion. To decide then and there to eliminate for whom there is no proof is even an enemy. Man, she's talking a lot. Those are not the actions of a king, but of a fool. Lady Julianne, thank you. I was a monster. Thou hast answered well. She is indeed human inside and out. She tried to enter these ruins, so I captured her. I have sent her back outside the gate. Stop lying. Thank you. A king's word is law unto the people, and at times may govern even their lives. He must never speak with haste, without first ascertaining the truth. Engrave these words upon thy soul, and continue on. Okay, oh, one of royal blood, heed my warning. Question number 3. What was the king's favorite color? Hey, did you just use the same joke twice? Okay. Amongst those thou leadest here, there is one alone who bears no human blood. What? This individual must be rooted out and eliminated before it is too late. Oh, it's Eterna, isn't it? A perplexing question indeed. When my transformation was at its worst, perhaps because of the confusion in my mind. My memories of our journey are hazy and I remember very little. But judging by your reaction, it seems that you already know the answer. You already know who it is among you that is not human. Please, I want you to collect your thoughts and think of your answer. Let your minds be as one. I desperately want to say Eterna, but this being an option makes me upsetty. But it said eliminated. I need not even consider my answer. They are, of course, all human. So that is thine answer. Trust lies not in blind faith. The people shall place their trust only in one of true wisdom. Thou must consider again what makes a true king. Oh, well, I was right the first time. I thought it was a trick. What happens? Do I have to go back to the beginning? It didn't send me back to the beginning, did it? It sent me back to the beginning of the whole map or just of the screen? I think it's just of the screen. Okay. Alright, well. Okay, let's try this again. I second guessed myself because of what the answer was. That bothers me. Yeah. Do not end here to tell me it is Eterna. Julianne. Even I do not know who Eterna truly is, but now Setsuna's spell has lifted the fog from my mind. There is only one thing I do know. Eterna's magical energy is somehow different, and it is not that of a human. Thou hast answered well. See, I should have just... Why do I question myself? I'm almost always right. Once thou hast disposed of her, then I shall deem thee worthy of the throne. I am afraid I have no intention of disposing of Eterna. You are wasting your time. I shall not be disposing of her. Any attempt to induce me to do so is meaningless. And what is the reason for thine answer? I do not know who you are, but just as you refused me entry here from when the transformation had me in its throes, if you had been so inclined, I'm sure you would have done. You could have done away with Eterna. Seeing as you did not, that must mean you have deemed her to be no foe. Ooh. I actually hadn't thought of that. That's clever. I like that. Is that not so? Recalculating. Furthermore, I have fought alongside Eterna. She is my comrade. Whether she is human or not, she remains my ally. I shall never turn my blade against an ally. Thou hast answered well. See, I should not have second guessed my thoughts with the everyone is human answer was that it didn't matter who she was. That was my reasoning for the everyone is human. You know, she's more human than any of us kind of thing. You know what I mean? That was my reasoning for that. So this is why I hate straightforward answers like this, where it's like, yes or no, please. It's like, well, there's some nuance to this. It's like when you pick like the answer like, do you want to go with this person? Yes or no? And then like you pick no and it's like, no, fuck you. I never liked you anyway, bitch. Go fuck off and die. It's like, I didn't mean all that. Trust is one of the qualities that make a king. And placing one's trust in others without regard to birth or lineage is the sign of a true king. It is in a king who is without prejudice that the people and the court shall place their trust. Engrave these words upon thy heart and continue on. All right, so are we at the end or do we have more dungeon to do? Is there a whole other scene screen? Looks like it. Oh, that's really, really cool. That's fucking Xenoblade Saga as fuck. So I didn't notice that this is actually an item. Okay. So this is actually a thing, and it has quite a few really, really good things on it. That's kind of incredible. So we're gonna put that on. But I did just get a thing. So I just got a spell. I have no idea who it's for, and because of how the inventory system is laid out, I just kind of have to go through everybody's list in here in order to find out who it's for. There it is, Transcendence. So there's no way for me to just like go into my inventory, look at this, have it tell me that it's for her. I have to literally go through everybody's list of command materia until I get to the one that it is. It's just a stupid system. Sacrifices HP in exchange, cast Unlimit and combo. What is combo release? Combo release for corresponding combos, meaning that they can be used even when only one character has full ATB. Okay. So what is Unlimit? And instantly filling the SP gauge. Wow. Sacrifices HP. How much HP? I don't like that it's kind of nebulous with that one. Alright. Just a bit of a gripe about the way that works. And I think that actually unlocks a couple of triples. Now that I think about it. Okay, so I was right. We have unlocked Grand Cross. None of the other ones, but we've unlocked Grand Cross. So we've got to freaking check that out. So we got Grand Cross here. The other one is Endear and Eterna. We have Grand Cross equipped. We do not. Oh, it's Cyclone. Okay. Wow. Freaking throwback. Really? There. Oh, wow. All the way back to Charge and Cyclone. Okay. Party. Setsuna. Eterna. Endear. Grand Cross, baby. No, I'm not going to bother switching over the things. Light and Shadow. 8 hits. Ignoring elemental resistances? Woo. That sounds like it's going to be pretty tight. I don't remember where we were. Every time I have to look down and do all that writing. Have to. I said have to. Like somebody's forcing me to do it. Like it's not just my own damn brain. Alright, come on, Grand Cross. Turn around. Turn around. There's that awesome looking sword. Oop, there we go. Grand Cross, baby. Been waiting the whole game for this one. Wait, what? It's one target? So all enemies near the target. What? Oh, man. Guaranteed critical? Whoa. Holy crap. That probably wasn't a lot of damage now that I think about it. Guaranteed critical is really cool, though. Oh, we're gonna activate it with Eterna, maybe? Grand Cross. Yeah, that got it. It's enough to kill him, but it's not very good. Sometimes these combos they're just not very good. You know? And that is definitely one of those times. Unfortunately. Sad. All right, here we are. Probably going to be at the last bit of this dungeon, and you know, we're going to get there on the next episode, guys. So thank you so much for watching. Cliffhangers. If you enjoyed the content or not, make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, all those good things, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.